right, it's another very wonderful and beautiful Tuesday evening. Of course, we'd like to warmly and respectfully welcome all our viewers all over the world to today's edition of the program, Crime Watch Reloaded. Don't forget that this is how we do it every Tuesday at 7 p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. You can also listen to us on radio on Crime Alert Reloaded every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. And for those who miss any of the edition live, don't worry. You have opportunity of joining us on YouTube. All you need to do is just click onto the YouTube and type Crime Watch Reloaded with Festus Alenkhe. Of course, the program will be out, and then you have all the various editions that you want to watch. That's how we do it. And you can also join us on Facebook on Crime Busting with Festus Alenkhe. So all the stories here will be reviewed and relayed right there every Tuesday evening. That's how we do it. My name is Festus Alenkhe. What a way to welcome you. We have so much in our kitty as usual. Big stories. I like to describe them. We actually went to Ologbo where something happened. One popular millionaire, his name is Sonny Eche. As we speak right now, he has been abducted by some hoodlums in Ologbo, Edo State. We're going to get update of that story shortly. And then quickly take you to Okeroma, where, how will I describe it now? I'm trying to be mild. Where two persons were also abducted, killed, and thrown aboard in the river around the Okeroma in Oredo local government area. And then 9 persons said to have been involved in that dastardly act have been arrested by men of the anti-kidnapping squad of the Edo State Police Command. And also today, we'll quickly take you to the updates on Osobase Omoyoha that was also abducted and murdered and eventually buried in a shallow grave in Benin. Something happened to the 5 persons who were fingered in that dastardly act that were arrested by men of the Edo State Police Command. So just stay on, don't go away. Thereafter, we'll take you quickly to somewhere around Good Samaritan Road in Benin City, where a woman was also raped and murdered. I'm wondering, raped, murdered, raped. Anyway, just stay on the program. We're going to have full dose of this edition today. And then we have this other story. This one has to do with a young man, less than 40 years old. He was also killed along Upper Mission Road in Benin City. Don't go away, please, and just relax now. We'll take a short break. The program, Crime Watch Reloaded, will be right back after this time out. Alright, welcome back. The program is still Crime Watch Reloaded. My name is Festus Alenkhe, your regular host. Right now, we'd like to go straight to the first story we have here in our kitty today. This one has to do with one Sonny Eche, who was said to have been kidnapped, or rather abducted, in Ologbo in Edo State. He was actually taken away since on the 7th of this month, and as we speak now, his whereabouts is unknown, and then the police have been looking for him. So when we got this story, I felt that, oh, police, where are you going to? They said, we are right now going to Ologbo. I said, please, we want Crime Watch to capture this story. They said, how? I said, I want to join the entourage to go in search of the young man. You believe that? I hardly joined the police. We went to the forest. We went to plantation area. We even left there. We went straight into the Ologbo River looking for Sonny Eche. As we speak now, anyway, let's have that now on the program today, Crime Watch Reloaded. On the 7th of June 2020, Mr. Sonny Eche, who is from the Shekiri extraction in Ologbo, Edo State, was attacked by some suspected hoodlums along Benin Saple Road. The man, who stopped to buy cow meat, popularly called suya, was overpowered by the armed men who forced him into their car and was taken into a bush in Ologbo. They said Mr. Sonny Eche was later told that he is to be taken to a popular leader in the area called Prince Johnson, where they were supposed to settle some issues. It was however revealed that the said Sonny Eche was later forcefully taken to a forest in Ologbo, where he was beaten and left to wander in the bush. Since then, he has not been seen. The police team, with one principal suspect, are now searching both the bush in Ologbo and the river. The suspect took the police to some of the locations in Ologbo. The wife of the said Sonny Eche and the manager of his private company appealed to the police to rescue him unhurt.
Yes, it happened to your husband.
On Sunday evening, my husband manager called me. Say, "Madam, see what happened." I said, "What happened?" He said, "He and my husband, they will go buy something. I want motor, fresh pump. So the boy then on Friday, pump and love them. One asked my husband, say, so you see they come Ologbo. So no question at all. Ologbo na government room. So say from then the Friday, come make call because she Johnson say Baba, send some boys come Sunny day here."
It's stopped by that cattle market. I will bought suya. Why buying the suya? One black Toyota Camry drove.
Yes.
And parked behind us.
Yes.
The two young men came up in the vehicle. I knew one as Friday.
Contacted, Edo State Commissioner of Police Johnson Babatunde Kokumo called for calm and assured that the police will deal with the situation. CP Kokumo disclosed that some suspects have been taken into police custody and will be adequately investigated as soon as possible.
Investigation is on. A number of arrests have been made, and we still have a sizable number of people that have taken to flight. We are on their trail.
But where is the Sonny Eche now, sir?
The mission is not seen. The complaints we are really investigating right away is the fact that he was abducted, he was kidnapped, and he's not yet seen, and investigation is ongoing.
We are now moving into the bank of the river now, and this is the situation here. That is right in there, Ologbo River. Further investigation, according to the police, revealed that three suspects will adequately be prosecuted. That is what the police have confirmed.
This guy, Sonny Eche, is less than 40 years old, and he's a multi-millionaire in Ologbo, and the people are already protesting. The people are saying they want their son alive, and the police are also saying we are busy looking for him. But when will Sonny Eche be out? Trust us on this program. We're going to give you an update, whatever happens. Anyway, let's have this other story. This one has to do with a staff bearer. He happens to be a former staff bearer in the palace of the Oba Benin. His name is Osariahi Obo, and then they call him very popular in the palace of Mada, to be precise. And his friend too, Sagbai Hore, both of them hardly went to a village called Oke Oroma in Oredo local government area. Behold, they were captured and killed. They didn't stop there. They took them straight inside the center of the river and dumped them there. As we speak now, both bodies are yet to be found. And the police went in search of the bodies. Trust us too, we felt that it's proper for us to get this information to members of the public through this program, Crime Watch Reloaded. We joined the police team in search of the two bodies. We went around everywhere, both land and air. The bodies are yet to be found. But however, how was he actually killed? Let's go over now to the search proper by the police. This is Oke Oroma village along Iriri Arogba Road in Oredo local government area of Edo State. Recently, the people of this village had violent clash with neighboring village. The crisis led to the burning of cows, destruction of houses and properties.
But on the 5th of April 2020, Osariaki, Obu, and Osagbehoe Egwaseki were on a journey to Obazagbon village, which has a boundary with Okoroma. It was revealed that the said Osariaki and Osagbehoe, who both drove in an Nissan Primera car, rammed into an angry mob who were protesting over the frequent invasion of their village. They were subsequently abducted and allegedly killed in the process. But the family members, who had no idea of their whereabouts, then contacted the police, where they were first declared missing. But men of the anti-kidnapping squad of the Edo State Police Command, upon acting on credible information, carried out intensive investigation. The investigation, however, yielded positive results, as some persons who were fingered in the attack were arrested. They were said to have confirmed that the two persons, Osariaki Obu and Osagbehoe Egwaseki, have both been killed.
Investigation revealed that the deceased, right now, talking of Obu, that was captured by some of the hoodlums who are currently with the police, was abducted right on the spot. And this was the pieces of his car. And we got to know that really after they killed him there, took him over to the river and dumped him there. They returned back where his vehicle was dismantled for sale. And that is what we gathered at this point. And we got to know that some of these persons who are into buying of scraps and other things came here and they eventually dismantled the vehicle and left. As we speak right now, the bodies are being searched for.
The death of the two persons now prompted the police to go in search of their bodies. The police team, made up of divers and vigilante members, were in Okoroma to search for the bodies. The search party went round the various forests in the village. The Okoroma River was not left out of the search party, as policemen were spotted inside the creek looking for the bodies. There was a belief that their bodies must have flown into a larger river to unknown destination. The Edo State Commissioner of Police Johnson Babatunde Kukumo had earlier warned that there will be no hiding place for criminals in the state, as 144 suspected criminals have so far been arrested in the past 1 week in Edo State.
We will encourage community participation in policing in Edo State, because this, of course, will be in total agreement with the current community policing philosophy of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Mohammed Abubakar Adamu Emena, MPM Emena. So we leave those stone unturned to ensure that the communities are actively involved.
From all indications as we speak right now, the two dead bodies are yet to be found. Men of the anti-kidnapping squad, as well as those of the special anti-robbery squad that actually came all the way from the State Police Command headquarters, are currently in search of the bodies. But where can they be found? And where were they dumped? Investigation revealed that the suspects who are actually right now with the police said that they were dumped in the river. And this is the riverside. As we speak now, the bodies are yet to be found.
The program is still Crime Watch Reloaded. Of course, this is how we do it every Tuesday at 7 p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. Don't forget that it's a hard program. It's purely on crime. This is where you get to know the latest as far as Edo State and other parts of the country are concerned with crime-related stories. This one is heavy, but we just have to say it because 9 suspects said to have been directly involved in the gruesome murder of those 2 victims have been arrested by men of the anti-kidnapping squad of the Edo State Police Command. But we felt that it's proper for us to ask them some questions. 1, why were they kidnapped? And 2, where are they right now? And then what actually transpired? These are some of the questions we'd like to ask there, because in journalism, there's what we call 3W and H. When, where, what, and how. So let's have the 9 suspects now.
The 9 suspects were identified as Mark Ekwase, Philip Musiaga, Kingsley Efarene, and Samuel Kingsley. Others are Osayende Obasoan, Blessing Edwin, Osasu Momo, Olu John, and Goswill Efe. The suspects, who are from Oke-Oroma village in Oredo local government area of the state, were accused of abducting the said Osariahi and Osagbaikwe on 5th of April 2020. They were allegedly taken to the bank of the river in Oke-Oroma village, where they were both killed and allegedly thrown into the river. It was revealed that the 9 suspects were retaliating the killing of their kinsman by yet to be identified persons. The former staff bearer of the Oba of Benin, Omada, Osariahi Obo, and Osagbaikwe Egwaseki, who drove on a Nissan Primera car, were traveling to Obazagbon village when they were allegedly ambushed by the suspects. Police investigation revealed that the 2 persons were mobbed and killed in the process. Their Nissan Primera car was destroyed and later sold as scraps. Flowing from a credible information, men of the Edo State Police Command's Anti-Kidnapping and Cybercrime Unit swooped on the youth leader of Oke-Oroma village, Mark Ekwase, who was eventually arrested. Further investigation then led to the arrest of other 8 persons.
My youth called me and told me, see what happened. Some of the people have come in, they are shooting guns. So soldiers now invade. They now run into the bush, run to meet those boys that also run to the bush. They now detect, this is not our boy. That is rather now struggling.
Okay, so where did they put him? In the river?
Yes, sir. Because we have river all over our country.
2 of them.
So when they beat them, they tell you, when they beat them, they can't beat them to death.
This one,
Death.
So they can't.
Say they beat them to death.
That's the 2 of them.
The 2 of them. So
How they can't do them?
say they can't throw 2 of them for side river.
Which way they call that river?
Oroma River, but
Eh?
Oroma River during beside the agriculture.
Yeah.
Agriculture side. And the way they take describe it.
That river where it don't enter, which river
That
go?
river, so they float, they go Olobo side.
To Olobo.
Olobo
Now it
side.
float go Olobo river.
With Davat.
Okay.
Davat go so many places.
Go Ethiop and all those other.
They say 2 boys died.
They say
2 boys died.
say 2 boys there. How they can't do the boys?
So they put inside the
Put them inside.
To be frank as is here, I saw them when they were taking him.
who?
Mike was there.
Who is Mark?
Mark.
This one.
Yes,
This Mark.
yes, he was there when they were taking him away.
Who again?
Because I was
Who again among them here?
Success was there.
Who is
He
success?
was not here.
Who again?
Nana.
Yes, who again?
And this same manager. So
Where's the manager?
Look at him here.
This one.
Yes. So when I almost got there, so he asked me,
Who asked you?
manager,
Yes.
he asked me to stand at the junction that I should not leave that place because when he was caught, I was not there.
Yes.
I didn't even know this Amada.
But you only saw them taking people
Because
away.
he was far away from me.
Yes.
So as I was going, so I stand at that junction according to what he instructed me to
do.
So I stand there after some period of while and I was called for work. Since they didn't allow me to follow them, I left that place and I went back to my work. After some period of time, that very day, I was told that the guy has been killed. That is all I know.
However, the police have continued to besiege Oke-Oroma forest and the river in search of the bodies of the 2 slain persons. But the military has taken over the village to forestall any further breakdown of law and order. Most vehicles entering and going out of Oke-Oroma village are searched to check the movement of arms and ammunition into the area.
Well, sad one there. May the souls of Obo rest in perfect peace. Of course, his friend as well, Osagbaikwe. May their souls continually rest in perfect peace. And then may the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in perfect peace. Sad one there. One was just wondering, oh, if he had known that day, we wouldn't have traveled to Obazagbon. Possibly those guys wouldn't have been able to capture him and eventually got him killed. Away from that now, we have this other story, and those who have been following us on this program, just trust us here. Despite the fact that we'll give you her story, but we believe that it's our responsibility to give you what we call update, to follow up some of these stories, even to court level. So for those who have been following us here, we reported a story that has to do with the gruesome adoption and murder of Osobase Omo Iyoha in Benin. And you know that some persons were arrested by men of the anti-kidnapping squad of the Edo State Police Command. And a lot of persons have been asking questions. Where are the suspects? What happened to them? Have they been released? We felt, okay, let's take camera to find out where they are right now. But we got to know that they were eventually charged to court. And then we felt we have to also be in the court so we can let the public know that these guys were not just set free, but rather they are facing justice. So let's go over now to Criminal Court 1 in Benin City, where the 5 suspects said to have gruesomely murdered Osobase Omo Iyoha Esquire were arraigned in Benin. Let's have that story now.
Flowing from the arrest of 5 persons directly involved in the abduction and murder of Osobase Omo Iyoha Esquire on the 9th of May 2020 and the subsequent exhumation of the body, the suspects were arraigned in High Court 1 in the GRA Benin City. Those arraigned by the police prosecutor are 38-year-old Osasu Osadolo, who is Afro's son, Saturday Imagbe, Uwadia Taiwo Uwango, Valentine Dibie, and Emmanuel David. All the 5 accused persons were arraigned on 8 counts charge. The charges include kidnapping, armed robbery, and murder, where the said Omo Iyoha Osobase Esquire was hurriedly buried in a shallow grave near Usasu's compound. The offence is contrary to Section 2 and punishable under Section 3 of the Edo State Kidnapping Prohibition Amendment Law 2013. They were also charged for armed robbery, which is an offence contrary to Section 6B and punishable under Section 1 and 2 of the Robbery and Firearms Special Provisions Act of 2014. The 4th count accused them of abducting Osobase Omo Iyoha while armed with guns, cutlasses, iron rods, wooden planks, and other dangerous weapons, where he was robbed of the sum of 2,000 naira, bank ATM card, thereby committed an offence punishable under Section 1 and 2 of the Robbery and Firearms Special Provisions Act of 2004. Other charges include the membership of an unlawful society and thereby committed an offence punishable under Section 516 of the Criminal Code Cap 48, Volume 2, Laws of the Defunct Bended State, 1976, as applicable in Edo State. After the charges were read to the accused persons, the presiding judge, Justice E.F. Ipomoba, adjourned the case to 1st July and then remanded all the 5 accused persons to police custody, as officials of the correctional facility do not accept fresh withholding accused persons for now due to COVID-19 outbreak. The Edo State Police Foreign Relations Officer DSP Chidi Nwambuzo said the police decided to arraign the 5 persons after the completion of investigation, as a renewed manhunt continues for those at large.
The criminals, also known as suspect or accused persons, that gruesomely murdered Barrister Omo Osobase, were taken to court. And the court is Criminal Court 1, Benin City. We thank God that the command has achieved this. And this was done after the parade of suspects on Monday, the 8th of June 2020, in which the Commissioner of Police Edo State, CP Johnson Babatunde Kokumo, MNI, directed that all the criminal cases being paraded on that day should be taken to court.
But just coming out from the Criminal Court 1 here in Agobasiri in Benin City, investigation revealed that all the 5 accused persons are currently expected to remain in police custody as a result of the COVID-19, which we got to know that has eventually made most of the prisons now congested.
All right, welcome back there. That reminds me, we just got this information because when we were in the court a few days ago, that most of the courts now remand all the accused persons or those standing trial to police custody. I was wondering. I said, why police custody? And I tried to ask. They said, oh, because of coronavirus outbreak, they don't want fresh persons to come and join those already in the prison. That's correctional facility now. So if you now remand some of those persons who are just coming in fresh from town to join those in either Oko or Saple Road or Auchi or Obiaja correctional home, it's possible that they will come and get them infected with coronavirus. So in the meantime, they are now being remanded to police custody. So the question is it police custody that is immune to coronavirus? Anyway, it's just a statement, but we just hope that coronavirus will come and go very soon. So never mind. We know that the entire world over, they're doing everything possible to end coronavirus saga. The program is still Crime Watch Reloaded. I'm your sincerely Festus Alenkhe. We are still rolling here today, and then we have some of the bigger stories coming. This time has to do with a young man who was gruesomely murdered around the upper mission extension here in Benin City. How did it happen? Some of the men went there, brought him down, and left. But one person said to have directly been involved in that act has been arrested by men of the Edo State Police Command. And after that, we'll take you quickly to Selu in Benin, where a pregnant woman was raped and also murdered right in her bedroom. How did it all happen? Never mind. Stay on this program. We shall be right back after this time out. Don't go anywhere, please. All right, welcome back there. Don't forget that you can still join us on this program on YouTube, or of course Facebook, or you can go to GoTV channel 104 right now. You have opportunity of watching this program live. Now, we'll quickly take you to Upper Mission here in Benin City, very close to Ashon House, where a young man was standing, and then suddenly some men came in a Sienna car, brought out a gun, and shot him dead on the spot. But one person that was directly involved in that killing was arrested same day. Let's have that story now.
This is Upper Mission Road by Ashon House in Benin City. The deceased, identified as Christopher Ekhomu, popularly called S.O., was standing under this tree when four armed men who arrived in a Sienna car approached him. But when he sighted them holding guns, he attempted to escape, but behold, he was shot on his neck and died instantly. The situation led to pandemonium in the area as those who heard the sound of the gun scampered for safety. The yam market in the area was closed for several minutes as the body of Christopher Ekhomu was lying lifeless on the floor. However, some persons who spotted the Sienna car that conveyed the assailant summed up courage and pursued the car and eventually intercepted them at Ramat Park in Benin City, where one of the suspects was arrested. The suspect, identified as Ikechukwu Ama, is a member of a secret cult group in Benin City who was on a mission with his friends to kill the said Christopher Ekhomu, popularly called S.O. It was also revealed that a close friend to the deceased, now at large, was commissioned to monitor him for the killing. Further investigation also revealed that the said informant was the one who called the gang members to quickly come to Upper Mission Road, where he was then shot dead. The suspect narrates his level of involvement.
My name is Kechukwu Ama.
Kechukwu
Ame.
Ama.
Ama. Where are you from?
I'm from Imo State.
Here in Imo.
Olu local government, Buroko.
You stay in Benin?
Yes, sir.
Eh?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in Benin?
I was born and brought up in Benin.
How did that man die?
How did the man die is that my friends called me. They called me, said that Chama wants to see me. Got it to where the Chama is with someone. And I said that we are going for a mission today.
When you say drop, what do you mean by drop?
That you are going to kill someone.
Okay, to kill someone. Okay.
Yes, sir. Get it to where my Chama is. And I said that we need to go and drop that person. And
I need to go and kill that person?
Yes, sir.
Who brought the gun?
Who brought the gun? Was Babyface.
Babyface?
Yes, sir.
How many of you went?
We are 6 number, but 4 went.
Okay, name those that went with you.
Babyface.
1.
Osaro.
2.
Ozigbi.
3.
Then Jabadi and me.
Okay, go on.
That was how we went
Yes.
for the killing.
So where did you not meet the man?
We met the man at a beer parlor. He called that he was in a beer parlor, sitting in a beer parlor.
Who did the man call?
He called my friend.
Okay, that your friend was monitoring him?
Yes.
Tell us about that part, how you got to know that he was in the beer parlor. Tell us that.
No, the man they shot was not in the beer parlor.
Who
sent us?
Yes.
Was in the beer parlor.
Okay.
Then we went to go and meet that one in the beer parlor.
Yes.
Then that one now called us that look at who we are going to go and drop.
Okay.
And he called someone already to be monitoring the person.
Okay.
So that one now called that the person that will be monitoring is around Upper Mission.
Yes.
By Ashon House.
Yes.
Then before we now went there, sir.
Okay. That person that was monitoring, who did he call? Did he call you people?
He called one of us.
What did he say?
He said he have seen the man. The man is around Upper Mission by Ashon House under mango tree.
Yes.
That was where he said he saw the man. The man is there right now.
So how did you people not get there?
We now drove there.
Which car?
With a Sienna.
Who drove the car?
I'm the one that drove the car, sir.
Okay. Who fired the gun?
It was my friend, Babyface.
Tell us how the man was not finally killed.
Got it to the spot.
Yes.
Got it to where the man was. 2 of my friends now came down from the car that I drove.
Yes.
Babyface and Osaro.
Yes.
Now came down. Then I went towards where the man was sitting down.
Yes.
And Babyface now pulled the trigger at the man.
What part was it his head or which side did he?
No, he shot him at his neck.
On the neck.
Yes, sir.
And you heard the gunshot?
Yes, sir.
So what happened after that time?
What happened after that? We now went back to Selu.
To
Selu.
Okay. So how much were you paid for the operation?
I was not paid. Chairman told me that we should go later. He's going to send for us.
So what happened?
On my way going back, then some boys now owed me, some drivers from Mission Road.
Yes.
Now owed me because I was trying to go and hide the vehicle at Agbo.
Okay.
So they now caught me at Ramat.
Okay, that means they saw the vehicle. It was the vehicle they were not following.
Yes, it was the vehicle they were not following.
Okay, that's how they arrested you.
Yes, sir.
So, but how were you thinking that you were going to kill a human being?
Father, I feel so very, very bad now.
Hmm?
I feel so bad.
You feel so bad. What actually did you gain with that killing?
I gained nothing.
You gained nothing.
Absolutely nothing, sir.
You gained nothing. So what's now running through your mind now? That person is not dead.
What is running through my mind now is that I know the government are not going to forgive me. Even God himself is not going to forgive me.
So, how do you feel?
I feel so bad.
So where are those your friends now that joined you in the killing?
I've not seen anyone yet.
As at press time, the body of Christopher Ekhomu has been deposited in the mortuary, but the police say they will continue to hunt for other gang members now on the run.
Anyway, welcome back there. One death too many. Never mind, you might be crying because we believe that as journalists, especially those in crime reporting, you know that bad news to you is good news for us because you make headlines mainly with bad news, and never mind, it's just our responsibility to report whatever happens, positively or negatively, to members of the public. But it happens that what we do here sometimes is the one that will make you say, wow, why did such thing happen? But now, a woman was attacked in her bedroom somewhere around Good Samaritan Road in Benin City. Some assailants got into the house, raped her, and eventually got her killed. How did it all happen? We were also right at Good Samaritan Road in Uselu in Benin City. Let's have that story now.
The deceased, Mrs. was found dead in her apartment along Good Samaritan Road, Uselu in Benin City. It was revealed that the assailants entered the house through the ceiling at midnight and met the woman who was alone at home. The suspected assailants were said to have dragged the pregnant woman from her bedroom where she was raped and thereafter murdered. There was blood stains in the apartment when newsmen visited. The husband, Mr. Promise Igbinewo, who was not at home at the time of the incident, started calling his wife at dawn, but there was no response. The man then went to his house but met the door locked. The husband, however, secured the help of a welder to force the door open, only to meet his wife dead and completely naked with blood stains in the bedroom and living room. The man then raised alarm and thereafter contacted men of the Okoro Police Division who came to the scene and evacuated the lifeless body to the mortuary.
I am telling you that they were sent for a mission. And at the end of the day, somebody must have mastered those boys to come and assassinate my wife. So please, we demand justice.
The death of the said Mrs. Queen Igbinewo led to a peaceful protest in Benin City as the people said they are out to get justice. The protesters, who were armed with placards of various inscriptions, said the police must thoroughly investigate the case of rape and eventual murder.
She was raped and murdered.
Yes.
At Good Samaritan,
yes.
Benin City, back of back.
How did it happen?
She was found lifeless. Blood stool on the ground.
Like around what time was she found?
I can't really say the time it happened.
But when was she found?
She was found on her bedroom, lying on the floor. Okay. Raped, naked.
We found it, we didn't fit to come and say if you find out what is happening to the matter. Okay. But up to now, we've not heard anything.
Responding, the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations, Ayola Ajala, said the police have already commenced investigation into the matter and appealed to the protesters to be calm.
That's why dedicated us to come and meet him and find out. So on behalf of Commissioner of Police, I'm assuring you that justice will be done.
Well, this is the situation right here at Good Samaritan Road here in Uselu, Benin City. According to what we gathered, the suspects who are currently with the police right now were said to have scaled into this apartment through a manhole where they eventually found themselves right in the apartment where the woman was. And according to the investigation, she was alone as at the time the intruders came, where she was eventually raped and murdered. And eventually the police said they are on top of the situation. All right, welcome back there. You know, we have a rule here. You know, we have a regulating body that says that we must watch out for some of the videos before we get them to the public. Some of the shots we found there, which has to do with the woman, is not something we can actually make public here, because our camera lens captured the woman while still on the floor, completely naked and nothing at all. So I was wondering, how did such thing happen? And then investigation now revealed that some persons must have sneaked in through the other flat, and 3 of these persons right now are with the police, and investigation is ongoing. So just trust us. Whatever findings, we hope to have that story updated in our subsequent bulletin. So all that we have had here today, these are stories that we can always follow up, and so we can get back to members of the public and let them know how it all happened or what is going on at the moment. Now we're talking of Sonny H's story, talking of Vera Uwaila. We're also talking about the former staff bearer to the Oba of Benin. And then we also have Osobase Omoyoha. And then the young man that was also killed somewhere around Upper Mission in Benin. Killing, you know, never mind. So for next week, other bigger stories will come. This time, it's my responsibility to travel all the way to Olobo to find out the status of Sonny Eche. Anyway, let's have now Pastor Dr. Azeme Azena. He has actually been following us too on this show today, and you know that it's a special counselor, and let's have him now talk to us. Some of the young ones on the television now, or rather increase the volume now, so you can hear from Pastor Dr. Azeme Azena. Pastor, you said, how you second the fee now? Let's have him now, PD.
God, hallelujah. God bless you, everyone watching me or listening to me via radio. I want to thank God for keeping us alive today. Festus Alenkhe, God bless you for the wonderful work you are doing also. I want to quickly consider the killings that are going on in Edo State. Everyone should know that the life you cannot create, you should not take. In Genesis chapter 4, the first murderer, the first person that killed was Cain, and that man was cursed by God. The Bible said to him that you are going to be a vagabond, you are going to be wayward on earth. So anyone that is making an attempt to kill somebody, you are not attracting a curse from a shrine, you are attracting a curse from Almighty God. So you are going to be cursed, your life is going to be useless, and the blood that you share is always crying to God for vengeance. So if you don't want to be useless, why not stop these killings? If you don't want to be cursed by Almighty God, guess what? If a man curses you, God can break it. If any shrine curses you, God can break it. But when God curses you, nobody can break it. Will you like to put yourself under a curse that cannot be broken? Why not have a rethink? You that want to go and kill somebody as a cultist, you that you have been paid to assassinate, you that have been paid to kidnap and kill, why not have a rethink? Are you aware that that person is a father, a brother, a child, a wife, a husband, an uncle, an auntie to somebody? Why not put yourself in the shoe of that family? That person may be the breadwinner. Someone is looking up to that person. If it were you, or if it is you that is being killed, how will your family feel? Why not have a rethink? And let me say this to you. There is no way you can do it and hide. Cain tried it in Genesis 4, but he was caught by God and he was exposed. So every killer hearing my voice, or you are making an attempt to do so, God is watching you and you will not go free from it. This is why I'm creating this opportunity for you to see me quickly. Is there anyone persuading you to do it? Why not run to Omega Fire Ministry this Sunday by 6:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. for the second service? Come and see me, and I will pray for you. I will direct you, and your life will be transformed. Are you a kidnapper? Are you an armed robber? Are you a rapist? You see now that people rape people and kill them now. Is that what you have been doing? Why not run to me now and confess? Why not run? I have a new leaf. I turn a new leaf. I am open to you. You will not be arrested. The security agencies have already promised that anyone that wants to renounce courtesan, renounce from robbery, renounce from kidnapping, they will give you a soft landing. You will not become embarrassed. You will not be arrested. You will not be. Nothing will happen to you. Come this Sunday. I'll be waiting to welcome you. And I pray for those. I pray for our society. Pray for Edo State. Pray for Nigeria at large. Let peace restore. Let killing stop. In the mighty name of Jesus, I exercise authority against the sucking blood demons. I exercise authority against demons that have been assigned to suck people's blood. Today, your assignment come to an end in the name of Jesus. Let every life
All right, thank you there, Dr. Azeme Azena, for that beautiful outing. We'd like to say thank you today for joining us on the program, Crime Watch Reloaded. Never mind, this is how we do it every Tuesday at 7 p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. Special thanks to all those who have made today's presentation very possible. I must say thank you to Igmaosa Ayewo. You have always been a strong man there. And Sylvester Okwedo. I say thank you to Osaige Asabo Esquire, the acting general manager, Edo Broadcasting Service. I say thank you too for giving us the opportunity to continue with this program. Let's have it same time, same station next week. My name hasn't changed, and I never believe it will change one day. Festus Alenkhe is my name.
PBS TV, Television Reloaded.
Good people of Edo State, the coronavirus pandemic has shifted focus from other realities that continue to challenge us. Ailments such as heart diseases, cancer, diabetes, etc. are still taking lives daily, and our aged ones are mostly affected. Those 60 years and older account for about 80% of all COVID-19 deaths. As we go about our lives, let us all be mindful of our elderly ones. Please observe all safety protocols. Let us stay safe and keep our aged ones safe.
We want to taste it, we want to cream it, we want to nourish it. Oh, well, cowbell evaporated milk, nourishing my body, tasty creamy on
You
it.
love
Ay, 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 ay.
deliciously creamy with all the goodness of Vitarich. That's how we've made the new Cowbell Evaporated Milk. Cowbell Evaporated Milk. Evaporated just for you.
Coronavirus. Emi ame no gi kian mu agbon o. Ma gi mo ga wo yeye o. Isagi Jesu ma ya agbegbe. This sickness when they call coronavirus so. Na true o. E dey where abeg. We want thank God for Edo State Governor. God will not get us Obaseki. Na better pikin na God give us. He don't join WHO when they call World Health Organization. Come talk say this sickness, as they never fit get what go cure am, the only thing make we dey do wetin they call prevention. What be prevention? Wetin you go dey do when be say you no go fit get this sickness. You see this one when I put for years so they call am face mask. You know see am? E pass my ear like this bound. This one when me do so na locally made o. Tell of this one. This one now, you go do it like this. See me? When you want to come out for house, you want to come out for your house, you go wear and bam. See what they call sanitizer, and I be this one. You go put out for your hand, bam. Take and do like this. See ya. Before you go do it, you go wash your hand well with soap. When you don't wash your hand, you go put this one, you go take and rub your hand. Why government say they do it like that? In case you touch table or you touch anything, the sickness, actually, because you wash hand, you take this one, press arm like this. Oh yeah, sanitize your hand. You don't go feel metal for table anywhere. Regularly, all the time, they wash your hand. Not be saying only once a day, you go to press this thing for your hand. No, regular, what do they call? All the time, you can use them. Above all, my people. Any gathering when it pass 20, run come out from there. Anywhere at all. You see gathering say they pass 20, come out from there. Why? Because my body touch you, your body touch me. You go take and get them. I beg. For now, you know, say we won't be Christian. We sabi shake hand where. My hands are blessed with that. When they say anything I touch, this one, not touch anyone now. For now, no handshaking. For